Hello, welcome to this Blender tutorial. I'm gonna show how I make water for my renders because I'm a 3D artist and I made a few pool renders and I put them on Reddit. And a lot of people asked how I made my water shader because they really liked it, and I thought like, wow, it looks so good. How do you do that? It looks so real. And I just had a guide message me about how I did it. So I thought instead of explaining it to everyone in text form, I thought it'd be better just to make a video visually showing my process. And I thought that would just be easier for me and everyone else to do that. So it's very simple. You just add a plane, scale it up, like S5, I don't know. It depends on the scale of your scene. And then you want to go edit mode, hit tab, right click, subdivide. It's to like, I don't know, more than 10, like at least like 25. No, like 100. Yeah, like 100. Just get it fairly dense. It depends on how big it is and like the scale of your scene. And then, yeah, then you go to modifier tab, add modifier. Add the displace modifier. Oh, okay, there it is. It's gonna go up there. Don't worry about it. Just hit new, and that'll make a new texture for the displacement thing. Go to the texture tab. Now you're editing the texture you just made. Hit this. Go to clouds, and it's gonna look pretty crazy by default. Don't worry about it. Just look to the modifier tab. Turn this down to like it's like divided by 4 or whatever. No, more. Like, just bring it down to like a normal level. And right click it, hit shade smooth. Make this even smaller. That's good. Back to the texture tab. You can change this slide, the size thing. You'll change how, like, the scale of it. Like this would be like a huge pool, this would be like super big, like an Olympic size swimming pool or something, and this would be like a small pond. So it's like a pool, make it like this big. I don't know, just change it till it looks right. The depth, just kind of change it because this kind of controls how choppy the water is. So 1, I usually keep it at 1. You could do 2 or 3. Don't want to go too high because then like if we do like 24, it's kind of hard to see here, but it just kind of makes it like look rocky. Unless you want rock water, then I suggest bringing it down to like 1 through 3. I'll do 1 for this example. Yeah, that's the geometry for it. Now I just gotta shade it. So go to the shading tab, go to object mode if you're not there already. Hit new with the object selected. Get rid of this, I don't need it. And get a glass shader, transparent shader, and a mix shader. Yeah, and plug those in to like this. And put this into that, and you can see that it already kind of looks like water, but there's still more we gotta do. So you want to go here and like just find which side makes it black or transparent depending on what engine you're using. At the moment I'm in Material View, so it's Eevee, but this is a cycle shader, it doesn't work in Eevee. So anyway, go like when it's like this, it's random, I think. Because you could have it like this, and then this side would make it all transparent, but just find which side is, and then make it 75% of the way from that. So in this case, it would be 0.25, because it's 0 through 1. But if these were swapped, for example, then the transparent would be 0, so you have to 0.75. So let's make sure you have it at the right one, because if it's almost all the way transparent, then it's just look weird. Yeah, in the glass shader, you want to set the IOR, the index of refraction, to 1.333, so it refracts like water and not like glass. You can leave it transparent how it is. And next you want to add in the volume absorption node and plug into the volume socket there. And yeah, you just want to pick a color. I would like you should turn the value all the way up, bump up the saturation like 0.15, and then just just like I'm holding shift right now and I'm dragging it just carefully. Again, this spot here is your sweet spot for water. Just pick a nice cyan color. If you want it like more like you go like this color, it's kind of like Eevee's being super weird, but it'll kind of show you what color it's gonna be. Like this is more like a green color, but you could go to like here and get like a dark blue color. Maybe like this would be good for like a lake, and this would be good for like an ocean. For pools, because they're shallow and they get a lot of like direct sunlight and like and stuff, they tend to be more like a cyan color. So like this is good, and like that. You can play around with it. The density you can leave at 1. You could like bump it up a little bit, but it's 1 in all of my renders, I think. And yeah, that's the water shader done. So if you just go into like layout, change the engine to cycles, it already is. If it's probably at Eevee by default, you want to change it to cycles. Z rendered mode, and that's the shader complete. Doesn't really look right in this context because I just have an HDRI and it's just floating in a void. What I could do is quickly add a cube. Yeah, give it to something for the light to get, I don't know, just get something to light to go through the water to hit. And that's what it looks like now. You can see the color now a lot easier. As you can probably see already, it changes, the look changes a lot based on the conditions. Like now I just like, if I hide this, like a little bit hitting this, but if I show it again, crap, like that, it instantly becomes blue. And this is the same shader used for the outdoor ones and the indoor ones. So if it was indoor and you just had artificial light, it would look a lot different. The surface would be a bit more glossy and reflective than if it was outside. You can see through it a lot more. Yeah, it's pretty versatile. You don't really change it that much. Nothing other than the volume absorption node. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the tutorial. And, thanks for watching.